Welcome to Dewdrop Lanterns in the Stillness Garden, a soothing and enchanting sleep story designed to guide you to a place of profound peace and restful slumber. If you find yourself embraced by the tranquility of this story and wish for more such peaceful journeys, please consider liking this video, guiding you towards a state of deep tranquility. Let's take a calming breath together. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, as if gently drawing in the fragrant scent of night-blooming jasmine from the Stillness Garden. Hold it for a moment, savoring the peace, and then exhale slowly and softly through your mouth, like a gentle sigh of contentment. With each breath, feel any lingering tension melting away, like dew evaporating in the morning sun. Imagine the soft, mossy paths of the garden beneath your feet, the gentle rustling of willow leaves overhead, and the peaceful stillness all around. Let these sensations fill your awareness with serenity. If your mind begins to wander, that is perfectly natural. Simply acknowledge the thoughts gently, like observing a leaf floating down a quiet stream, and then softly redirect your attention back to your breath or the sound of my voice. There is nothing you need to do now except listen and allow the story to carry you into a state of deep rest. Feel the gentle rhythm of the Stillness Garden, the quiet pulse of peace that permeates every corner. Let it gently carry away any worries, any stresses, any unease. Allow yourself to be enveloped by the harmonious stillness of the garden. As you listen to the tale of Willow and Rowan, let the magic of the Dewdrop Lanterns and the Whispering Willow embrace you, leading you to a night of serene and restorative sleep. Now, let us step through the garden gate and begin our journey into the heart of the Stillness Garden. Chapter 1. The Garden Gate. The air held a hushed anticipation as Rowan approached the gate, a delicate archway woven from living willow branches. Glowing moss, soft as velvet to the imagined touch, adorned the willow, emitting a gentle, pulsing luminescence that beckoned them forward. The scent of night-blooming jasmine hung heavy and sweet in the evening air, mingling with the earthy aroma of damp soil and the subtle, calming fragrance of willow bark. A profound sense of quiet descended as they neared, the sounds of the bustling world they were leaving behind fading into a distant, indistinct hum. Willow stood just inside the gate, a figure as gentle and welcoming as the garden itself. Their smile was warm and genuine, like the soft glow of the dewdrop lanterns that hung subtly amongst the willow branches behind them. Willow's eyes, the color of soft earth after a gentle rain, held a depth of peace that instantly put Rowan at ease. They wore robes of muted greens and browns, blending seamlessly with the natural hues of the garden, and their movements were slow and deliberate, each gesture imbued with a quiet grace. "Welcome, Rowan," Willow said, their voice a soft melody, like the gentle murmur of a stream over smooth stones. "I sensed your approach and have been preparing a space for you within the Stillness Garden." The words were spoken with a genuine warmth that wrapped around Rowan like a comforting shawl, easing the weariness that clung to their shoulders. There was no expectation, no demand in Willow's voice, only a gentle invitation to rest and find solace. Rowan stepped through the willow gate, feeling a subtle shift in the very air around them. It was as if crossing a threshold into a different realm, a place where the frantic pace of the outside world had no dominion. The ground beneath their feet transformed from hard-packed earth to a soft, yielding carpet of moss, cool and springy. The sensation was instantly grounding, a gentle reminder of the earth beneath and the peace it offered. Willow gestured towards a small table nestled beneath a sprawling jasmine vine, already set with 2 earthenware cups and a steaming pot. "Please join me for some chamomile tea," they offered, their hand a gentle guide. It is brewed with blossoms gathered just as the moon began to rise and carries the stillness of the night within it. The steam rising from the teapot curled into the air, carrying with it the delicate scent of honey and peace, a promise of warmth and tranquility. Rowan settled into a small, cushioned seat, feeling the soft fabric yield beneath them. The chair was perfectly positioned to offer a view of the garden path ahead, winding gently between beds of ferns and low-growing flowers. The air was still, yet alive with subtle sounds, the almost imperceptible rustling of leaves in the evening breeze, the distant chirping of crickets, a faint melodic hum that seemed to emanate from the very earth itself. Each sound was soft, soothing, contributing to the overall symphony of peace. Willow poured the tea, the liquid a pale golden hue in the soft light. The ceramic cups felt warm and comforting in Rowan's hands, radiating a gentle heat that spread through their fingertips. As they brought the cup to their lips, the aroma of chamomile and honey enveloped them, a fragrant invitation to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be present in this tranquil space. Taking a slow sip of the tea, Rowan felt a wave of warmth spread through their chest, easing the tightness that had been their constant companion. The taste was subtly sweet, floral, and calming, leaving a gentle, soothing sensation on the palate. With each swallow, the edges of their weariness seemed to soften, replaced by a nascent sense of calm beginning to bloom within. The Stillness Garden and the gentle presence of Willow were already weaving their quiet magic. Chapter 2. Lanterns of the Dusk. As the last vestiges of daylight faded from the sky, the Stillness Garden began to transform. The subtle luminescence of the moss grew stronger, painting the garden paths with soft, ethereal light. And then the Dewdrop Lanterns began to awaken. One by one, tiny points of warm, golden light blossomed amongst the foliage, like captured stars nestled amongst the leaves and branches. The garden, bathed in the gentle glow, took on an even more enchanting quality, a realm of quiet magic unfolding in the dusk. Willow rose gracefully, their movements fluid and unhurried. "Shall we take a stroll through the garden as the lanterns awaken?" they suggested, their voice as soft as the twilight air. "It is a time when the garden reveals its most tranquil face, when the stillness deepens and the quiet whispers of nature become more easily heard." There was an invitation in their words, not just to walk, but to truly experience the garden in this liminal hour. Rowan accepted, feeling a gentle curiosity stir within them. They followed Willow onto the mossy path, their footsteps making no sound on the yielding surface. The air was cooler now, carrying the crisp, clean scent of evening dew and the intensifying fragrance of night-blooming flowers. The gentle chirping of crickets grew louder, a steady, rhythmic pulse of the night, punctuated by the occasional soft hoot of an owl in the distance. The Dewdrop Lanterns were exquisite creations. Each was crafted from delicate hand-blown glass, shaped like miniature globes, and filled with captured dewdrops that shimmered with an inner light. The light was not harsh or bright, but soft and diffused, casting gentle pools of warmth on the paths and illuminating the surrounding plants with a tender glow. Looking closer, Rowan could see tiny, intricate patterns etched into the glass of each lantern, catching and refracting the light in subtle, mesmerizing ways. As they walked, Willow pointed out the different plants that thrived in the twilight. "These are moonpetal blossoms," they murmured, gesturing to clusters of luminous white flowers that seemed to glow from within. They open only as darkness falls, releasing their fragrance into the night air. Their scent is said to soothe troubled dreams and invite peaceful slumber. The air around the moonpetals was indeed heavy with a sweet, calming aroma, a gentle invitation to let go of worries and embrace rest. Rowan reached out to gently touch a dewdrop lantern hanging from a low-lying branch. The glass was cool and smooth to the touch, yet the light emanating from within radiated a subtle warmth. It felt almost alive, pulsing with a gentle energy, a quiet heartbeat of the garden. As their fingers brushed against the glass, a wave of calm seemed to flow through them, easing the last vestiges of tension from their shoulders and neck. They continued their stroll deeper into the heart of the garden. The paths wound gently, leading them through groves of ferns, past whispering bamboo stalks, and alongside a small, meandering stream, whose water shimmered silver in the lantern light. The sound of the stream, a constant, gentle murmur, added to the overall sense of peace, a liquid lullaby flowing through the stillness. Looking up, Rowan noticed the stars beginning to appear in the darkening sky, faint pinpricks of light against the deep blue canvas. Willow paused, gazing upwards. "The stars are also lanterns, of a different kind," they said softly. "They are distant lights, yet their gentle glow reaches us across vast distances, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all things and the quiet beauty that exists even in the vastness of space." The night sky and the gentle lanterns of the Stillness Garden seemed to offer a shared message of peace and wonder. Chapter 3. The Whispering Willow. The path led them onward towards the heart of the Stillness Garden, where the Whispering Willow stood sentinel. Even from a distance, its presence was palpable, a sense of ancient wisdom and gentle strength radiating outwards. As they drew closer, the willow's immense size became apparent, its branches spreading wide and gracefully like welcoming arms embracing the garden. More dewdrop lanterns adorned the willow than any other part of the garden, hanging like luminous fruit amongst its weeping leaves. The air around the willow was different, imbued with a deeper stillness, a more profound sense of peace. The scent of willow bark was stronger here, earthy and grounding, mingling with the fresh, clean scent of water from a nearby stream that flowed at the willow's base. The gentle murmur of the stream seemed to weave into the rustling of the willow leaves, creating a harmonious soundscape that enveloped them in tranquility. Willow led Rowan to the base of the willow, where a circle of smooth, moss-covered stones formed a natural seating area. "This is the heart of the garden," Willow explained, their voice hushed with reverence. The Whispering Willow is the guardian of this place, a source of ancient wisdom and gentle comfort. It has stood here for centuries, witnessing the changing seasons, the ebb and flow of life, and it holds within it a deep wellspring of peace. Rowan sat on one of the mossy stones, leaning back against the sturdy, textured trunk of the willow. The wood felt warm and solid, radiating a gentle, comforting energy. Closing their eyes, they listened to the willow's whisper. It was a soft, rustling sound, the gentle movement of countless leaves in the evening breeze. Yet it seemed to carry a deeper meaning, a subtle language that spoke not to the ears, but directly to the soul. The whispers were not words in the conventional sense, but rather impressions, feelings, gentle nudges of understanding. Rowan felt a sense of acceptance wash over them, a feeling of being seen and understood without judgment. The whispers spoke of letting go of burdens, of embracing the present moment, of finding peace within the stillness. It was a language of the heart, soothing and reassuring. Opening their eyes, Rowan looked up into the canopy of willow leaves, a shimmering tapestry of green and gold in the lantern light. The Dewdrop Lanterns hanging amongst the branches swayed gently in the breeze, casting dancing patterns of light and shadow on the ground. The scene was mesmerizing, a tranquil ballet of light and movement, a visual lullaby for the soul. Willow sat beside Rowan, their presence quiet and unobtrusive, allowing Rowan to fully immerse themselves in the willow's embrace. After a long moment of comfortable silence, Willow spoke softly. "The willow listens, Rowan. It listens to the whispers of the wind, the murmurings of the stream, the silent stories of the earth, and it offers its own whispers in return, gentle messages of peace and hope for those who are willing to listen." Rowan nodded slowly, feeling a profound sense of connection to the willow, to the garden, to the very earth beneath them. The weariness that had clung to them for so long seemed to be dissolving, replaced by a quiet strength, a sense of inner resilience nurtured by the stillness and the gentle whispers of the willow. They felt grounded, centered, anchored in the present moment, surrounded by a profound and comforting peace. The gentle rustling of the willow leaves continued, a constant soothing presence, like a whispered promise of tranquility, a lullaby woven from the very breath of the garden. Beneath the Whispering Willow, in the soft glow of the Dewdrop Lanterns, Rowan found a haven of peace, a place to rest and restore their weary spirit. Chapter 4. The Moonpetal Pond. Leaving the comforting embrace of the Whispering Willow, Willow led Rowan towards another hidden gem within the Stillness Garden, the Moonpetal Pond. The path wound gently downwards, the air growing slightly cooler and damper as they approached. The sound of trickling water grew louder, a soft, melodic cascade that hinted at the tranquil pool ahead. As they rounded a bend in the path, the pond revealed itself, bathed in the soft, silvery light of the moon and the gentle glow of strategically placed dewdrop lanterns. The Moonpetal Pond was not large, but it possessed an ethereal beauty that captivated the eye and soothed the soul. Its waters were still and clear, reflecting the moonlight and the lantern light like a mirror, creating a shimmering spectacle of light and shadow. Luminous moon petals, the namesake of the pond, floated serenely on the surface, their white blossoms glowing with an inner radiance, their delicate fragrance filling the air with a sweet, calming aroma. The edges of the pond were lined with smooth white stones, interspersed with clusters of ferns and moss, creating a soft, natural border. Gentle waterfalls, fed by a hidden spring, trickled down mossy rocks into the pond, creating a constant soothing murmur. The sound of the water, the scent of moon petals, the soft light all combined to create an atmosphere of profound tranquility, a sanctuary of peace and serenity. Willow and Rowan settled onto two smooth stones at the water's edge, the cool air gently caressing their skin. The moon hung high in the clear night sky, casting its silvery light upon the pond, enhancing the luminescence of the moon petals. The gentle croaking of frogs and the occasional splash of a fish breaking the water's surface added to the peaceful soundscape, a symphony of nature's lullaby. The Moonpetal Pond holds a special kind of magic, Willow murmured, their voice soft and reverent. The water here is imbued with the essence of the moon petals, possessing restorative and cleansing properties. It is said that gazing into its depths can bring clarity to a troubled mind, and that touching the water can wash away worries and anxieties. Rowan gazed into the pond, mesmerized by the shimmering reflections and the gentle movement of the moon petals on the water's surface. The water was so clear that they could see the smooth stones lining the bottom, and small, silvery fish gliding silently beneath the moon petals. The depth of the stillness was profound, a mirror reflecting not just the moonlight and lanterns, but also a deeper inner peace. Hesitantly, Rowan dipped their fingers into the cool water. The sensation was refreshing, a gentle coolness that spread through their fingertips and up their arm, carrying with it a feeling of cleansing and renewal. As they watched, small ripples spread outwards from their fingertips, disturbing the perfect reflections, then slowly fading, leaving the surface smooth and still once more. Willow spoke again, their voice barely above a whisper. If you have any worries, any burdens you wish to release, Rowan, you can offer them to the Moonpetal Pond. Let the water carry them away, let the stillness absorb them, and allow yourself to be cleansed and renewed by its gentle magic. Rowan closed their eyes, taking a deep breath, and focused on the lingering anxieties that still flickered within them. With each exhale, they imagined those worries flowing from them, down their arm, into their fingertips, and into the cool water of the Moonpetal Pond. They visualized the water absorbing those burdens, gently dissolving them, carrying them away on the soft currents of the pond. After a few moments of quiet contemplation, Rowan opened their eyes and looked back at the pond. The surface was still, the moon petals floating serenely, the reflections undisturbed. They felt a lightness in their chest, a sense of release, as if a weight had been lifted. The Moonpetal Pond, with its gentle magic and profound stillness, had offered them a space to let go, to cleanse their spirit, and to embrace a deeper sense of inner peace. The soft sounds of the water and the sweet fragrance of moon petals continued to envelop them, a soothing balm for the soul. Chapter 5. Dawn's Gentle Embrace. As the night began to recede, a subtle shift occurred in the Stillness Garden. The deep indigo of the night sky began to lighten, softening into hues of lavender and soft rose. The Dewdrop Lanterns, sensing the approaching dawn, gradually dimmed their glow, their warm light merging with the nascent light of the sunrise. A gentle crispness filled the air, carrying the fresh, clean scent of morning dew and the awakening fragrances of the garden's blossoms. Willow and Rowan returned to the garden entrance, settling once more beneath the jasmine vine where they had first shared tea. The air was still and quiet, holding the hushed anticipation of dawn. The first birds began to stir, their gentle morning songs tentatively breaking the silence, a chorus of peace and awakening gradually building in volume and complexity. The eastern sky began to glow, the soft colors deepening, promising the arrival of the sun. The Dewdrop Lanterns, now barely visible, cast a final gentle warmth, their light blending seamlessly with the soft hues of the sunrise. The garden, bathed in the pre-dawn light, took on a new kind of beauty, a fresh, vibrant energy beginning to stir amidst the lingering stillness of the night. Willow and Rowan sat in comfortable silence, watching the unfolding spectacle of dawn. The colors in the sky intensified, shifting from soft pinks and lavenders to warmer oranges and golds. The first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon, painting the dew-kissed leaves and blossoms with a golden sheen. The garden shimmered with light, awakening to a new day, refreshed and renewed. As the sun fully rose, casting its warm embrace over the Stillness Garden, the Dewdrop Lanterns faded completely, their purpose fulfilled. The garden was now bathed in the clear, bright light of morning. Every leaf, every petal, every mossy stone sparkling with dew and sunlight. The birdsong reached a crescendo, a joyful chorus celebrating the arrival of the new day. Rowan took a deep breath, inhaling the fresh morning air, feeling a profound sense of calm and rejuvenation fill their lungs. The stillness of the garden, the gentle magic of the Dewdrop Lanterns, the Whispering Willow, and the Moonpetal Pond had worked their quiet wonders. The weariness that had brought them to the garden was gone, replaced by a sense of inner peace, clarity, and renewed energy. Willow turned to Rowan, their gentle smile radiating warmth and contentment. "The Stillness Garden offers its peace freely, Rowan," they said softly, "and the peace you find here, you can carry with you, always, wherever you go." They offered Rowan a small, intricately crafted dewdrop lantern, no bigger than their palm. "A reminder," Willow explained, "of the stillness you found here, and the peace that resides within you." Rowan accepted the lantern, holding it gently in their hand, feeling the smooth glass and the subtle warmth that still emanated from within, even in the bright morning light. It was a tangible symbol of their journey through the Stillness Garden, a reminder of the tranquility they had discovered, and a promise of the peace that awaited them within. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit refreshed, Rowan prepared to leave the Stillness Garden, carrying the gentle magic and profound peace of this tranquil sanctuary within them, ready to face the day with a renewed sense of calm and quiet joy. The memory of Dewdrop Lanterns in the Stillness Garden and the gentle wisdom of Willow would remain a comforting presence, a beacon of peace to return to in their thoughts whenever they needed to find their way back to inner stillness